Welcome back. Today we are looking at logarithm. This is the exercise that I sent students to do. So it's all about logarithm. Remember those who are writing OBE this year, you are going to find the logarithms in your exams, right? So before you work with the logarithms, there are certain laws that are used in logarithms as well as other formulas, right? So you can look at your screen now, you can see those laws and formulas, right? So when you work with logarithm, again, you need to pay attention to the square numbers and the cube numbers, right? So that's one thing that you need to pay attention to, right? So when we look at question A says log B for 36 plus half log A for 256 minus 2 log A for 48. And then you need to work out this, right? So I'm going to write this again so that we can start working on it. Log B for 36 plus half log A 256 minus 2 log A 48, right? Let's try to simplify this, right? So the first part, we can see that we have log A, and this is supposed to be A, right? So log A 36 is right, log A for 36 is okay. Then we have half log A 256. Remember that when we have log A B, we can write it as B log A, right? So here's what happens, that you can take this power and place it here, and then you remain with this. So now let me rewrite this. So we're going to say plus, since we take half and place it on top of this, we're going to say log A 256 to the power half, right? Then we continue and say minus. Now, even in this, we're going to take this 2 and place it here as powers. Then we have log A 48 for 40, and then 2 here, right? Now, from the indices, we know that anything to the power half, right, is the square root, right? Anything to the power 1 over 3 is third root. Anything to the power 1 over 4 is fourth root, right? So if we have, let's say, 4 to the power half, this same as the square root of 4, right? If we have 8 to the power 1 over 3, this same as the third root of 8, right? So when you have 4 to the power half is same as, we can write 2 times 2, right, is 4, right? So let's go back to indices. 2 times 1, we know that since the base is the same, we add the powers. So we have 2 to the power 2, right, which is 4. So when we multiply this by half, so 2 times a half, this will cancel, is 1. So that's why the square root of 4 is 2, right? 2 to the power 1 is 2. So that is the point that I wanted to emphasize here from 256, right? So we're going to say log A 86 plus log A The square root of 256 is 16, right? We're going to write 16 minus 48 times 48. We're going to say minus log A, 48 times 48, 2304, right? Now we are okay with logarithm, with the way this equation is presented, right? So we're going to say, we're going to divide this first. Let's separate this. We've got this part, right? And then we have this part. So we know that log, when we have addition in the logarithm, we are going to multiply, right? We are going to multiply. So we write log A, and then we take this 36 and 16 and multiply them. It's going to be 36 times 16, right? This is this part. Then we have minus part. So we are going to say log A, 36 times 16 minus log A, 2304, right? Now we are having a minus, right? When we have a minus, we are going to divide. Since log A and log A is the same, we are going to write log A. So with minus, we are going to divide. We take this and this. So this is going to be divided by this. So it's going to be log A, 36 times 16 over 2304, right? You can press the calculator. 36 times 16 divided by 2304. That will be your answer, right? So we are done with A. So this was log A. I don't know why I keep writing log B. So I'm done with A. So we're going back to C, right? So C says log 2 base 2 for 5 plus log 2 base 2 for 1.6, and then the question says give your answer as an integer, right? So when we talk about integer, we are talking about a number without a decimal point, right? So we're going to write 8 log 2 to base 2 for 5 plus log 2 for 1.6. Then we know that when we have a plus, since this log is the same, so when we have plus, it's a multiplication. We're going to multiply this and this. So we're going to write 2, 5 times 1.6, right? So when we write 1.6 times 5 times 6 is 0, 5 times 1, 8.0, right? So we don't want this 0, we're going to write 8, right? So this would be log, this thing, let me continue the sign, log 2, 5 times 1.6, it was 8, right? So remember I told you that you need to know about the square numbers and the cube numbers. Remember, the square number is the number you multiply by itself, right? 1 times 1 is 1. 1 is square number. 2 times 2 is 4. So we want those perfect square, right? And then cube numbers is just 1 times 1 times 1. You multiply number by itself 3 times. That's 1. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, right? 8 is a cube number. So now we have this 8. Let's pay attention. Remember, expressing numbers product of its prime, right? So 8 we used to write 2 into 8, 4, 2 into 4 is 2. 2 can go into 2 once, right? And say we like 2 times 1, 2 times 2 times 2, this same as 2 to the, so 2 to the power 1 times 2 to the power 1 times 2 to the power 1 equals 1, 2, 3, 2 to the power 3, right? So we come here and say log 2, now we write 8 as 2 to the power 3, right? Remember, we can take this and place it here. So log 2, 2. So log 2 base 2 for 2 is same as 1, right? Remember, log A equals 1. If it's log 3 equals 1, right? The same concept applies here. That is 1. So the answer will be 3. And then in the last part we have x equals 2p and y equals 4 to the power q, and then the question says show that log 2 base 2 for x to the power 3 times y equals 3p plus q, right? So the first thing is that we have to go to that part that has logarithm, right? So we have log 2 x y, right? Remember, x to the power 3 times y, right? What you have to remember is that when we have x times y and log 2 is the same, we are going to use plus, right? So division goes with subtraction, addition goes with multiplication. So we're going to say log 2, then we take x to the power 3 plus, we write log 2 again, y, right? So now we have written this in logarithm form, right? Now we'll go to substitution part, right? We have to substitute x and y. So we're going to say log 2, what is our x? Our x is here, 2p, so it's going to be 2 to the power p to the power 3, right? And then we have plus, right? So I can insert this in bracket so that you can see properly. And then we have log 2, what is our y? Y is 4 to the power q, right? So we need to rewrite this again, right? So we're going to take this 3 and place it here. We have 3 log 2, remember this was 2 to the power p, right? And then we have plus, then we have log, let's take this q first, q log 2 to the power 4, right? So by in this step we need to simplify it further again. So we're going to take this p again and multiply it with 3. So remember, we're taking this p again to this side. So we will have 3 times p log 2. Then we say plus, right? Then you have q. Remember, we can write 4 as 2 to the power 2, right? So 2 times 2 is 4. So when we say 2 to the power 2 is 4, right? So this part, this 4, we can write this 4 as 2 to the power 2. Then we take this 2 and we multiply q. So we'll have 2 times q log 2, right? So we have q times 2 log 2, right? Now 3 times p is 3p, and then log 2 plus 2q log 2. Remember that law, that when you have this base for 2 is the same, we are going to make it 1. That is log 2 is 1, right? So we are going to say 3p times 1 plus 2q times 1, right? 3p plus 2q, right? You can see. So you're going to write, therefore, log 2 x to the power y equals 3p plus 2q, right? Yeah, that was the exercise that I wanted you to do. For any question or comment, you can contact us at Trilect. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. Bye bye.